Hey there, Clashers, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at how to do the Blizzard Hydra strategy. So before we jump into any attack replays, I do want to talk about the strategy really quickly. What we're talking about today specifically is Blizzard Hydra, and this attack is of those two parts, Blizzard and Hydra. So for starters, when you do your Blizzard, if you don't know what Blizzard is, it's a blimp with super wizards in it. I actually don't have it here, but I would request this. You would change the whatever your extra troops are. When I'm doing like legends attacks, I like to do 3 barbarians and 2 goblins. The reason for the 2 goblins is just because they'll run towards a storage and they may trigger extra traps because of that. But you generally want smaller troops in there instead of like a giant or something, because they take just a little bit longer to come out. That way, like, the barbarians can trigger a giant bomb just before the super wizards come out, and then the super wizards are not going to take that damage. Now, I usually take a rage and a freeze. If you really wanted to, you can take a poison, but generally dragons do a pretty good job of taking care of any CC that may be there. So some important things to know about the Blizzard specifically. Super wizards have a range of 3 tiles, so they can reach anything that's 3 tiles away, and their chain effect is 1 tile, I believe. So yes, if anything is 1 tile away from what the wizards are directly targeting, it'll get hit by the chain. If it's 2 tiles away, it's not going to get hit. So it's something to keep in mind when you're making a plan for this attack. So the Blizzard is probably the main skill part of this attack, and this is a fairly low skill attack, to be honest. But if you can get the Blizzard down, you can get this whole attack strategy down. The Blizzard, it just comes down to putting the blimp in a good spot. So you want to try to avoid tornadoes and like lots of traps if you can. Like if there's a spot where it's obvious there's a lot of traps there, maybe not the best place. Another option, if you're once you're a little more comfortable with Blizzard, is you can actually take just 3 super wizards and then take more barbarians or more goblins, something small, and that's going to make it take even longer for the super wizards to come out. So even more traps are going to be triggered by the small troops. You just have 1 less super wizard doing damage, but the 3 super wizards are still going to do a fairly good job of clearing out an area. So that's an option if you're going into a spot that's obviously trapped. Another thing to avoid are bomb towers. You don't want to land on a bomb tower because the blimp, when it dies, it will not take the bomb tower out, but the super wizards will do splash damage and take out the bomb tower, and then when the bomb tower dies, it'll kill the super wizards. So anytime you land on a bomb tower, it's going to be a bad day. Again, some people who do, I guess, more advanced blizzards will do some lightning and earthquake tricks to take the bomb tower out, but that's when you're going for really, really good value and you absolutely want to land where that bomb tower is at. And it's not something that's done incredibly often. The only other important thing to keep in mind is the blizzard comes down to spell timing. When the blimp drops, you're going to have your invis down and your rage down, and then it's just going to come down to the next 3 or 4 invis depending on how many you take in the attack. Generally, especially for just Legend League, I take 4. 4's a good number to take. Sometimes if you want to get a little extra value, you could take 5. If you feel like you don't really need that many, you could take 3 and then take maybe an extra rage if you drop another freeze, or just take an extra freeze. All kinds of flexibility options there. But you want to get your timing down for the invis so that your super wizards are going to stay alive and they're not going to be visible for just a split second, because sometimes, especially if there's a scatter shot nearby, if your timing is off on the spells just a tiny bit, that scatter shot's going to get its shot in and it's the blizzard is done for. Now for the second part of the strategy, it's the dragons and the dragon riders. That part of the attack strategy is as simple as have a good funnel. Usually you're going to use the blizzard for one part of the funnel, and then you're going to use the heroes for the other part. If you can keep your dragons together moving through the base, you're good. You're going to be in business. If your dragons don't get funneled well and they start splitting off, you're probably not going to be able to get through the base. Sometimes you can, just because dragons are super strong, but usually that's not ideal. Now with all that out of the way, let's jump into some legends attacks, and then after that we're going to actually plan out a war attack and execute that here as well. Alright, so here we go, diving in with the first attack. Let's see. So this is actually a good example. Ring base like this, we got the town hall in the core, so there's a chance that the blimp won't get it. First thing I'm looking for on any base is where the sweepers, where they pointed. I see one down here pointed to the right, one up here pointed to the left. Let's see, the eagle is down here. I actually think that I can avoid the sweepers from the bottom side, so we're going to do that. So we're going to send in the lava hound, and then shortly after that, we want the blimp to go in. So the hound is tanking, it's checking for traps. And we had a little bit of that was weird. There we go. So we got the blimp by the town hall and by the eagle. Don't forget to drop your rage. I was a bit slow on that one, but we got it in. And then you want to time the invis spells nicely. So the Town Hall is down. They're going to go for the Eagle next. We're going to go ahead and drop one more. Ooh, that was late. And they kind of ran off. But we got the Eagle. We got the Town Hall. That is huge value for the Blizzard. Where do we go now? We want to try and go not directly into the sweeper. So we're going to go from the bottom right. And we're going to use the Queen to set the funnel here. So we'll let her work for just a few seconds here. I'm going to make sure she is going to be able to set the funnel. Let's go ahead and send in the dragons. So we're going to send them basically from this corner up. And then we're going to send in the king on the right side once we get the dragons going. So there we go. King is in. And we do that to make sure that the king's not going to go the wrong direction. So now the king's on the edge setting the funnel. We usually like to do a nice early warden ability. I was a little bit later there with that one, but it doesn't really matter because what I usually do is I time it with the eagle shots. But we got the eagle out of the way so it can actually go in a little bit later. Let the dragons get a little bit deeper into the base. Now we got the freezes. Let's freeze this. We got the warden statue, enemy RC, and scatter. Now let's get the enemy queen. And let's get this RC going in from the top side as well. She's going to join in with the king and the dragons and help get through some defenses. The enemy queen is doing a lot of work here. Let's freeze her up one more time. I'm losing dragons there. That's a little unfortunate. Let's pop this king's ability. Pop the RC's ability. I'm going to freeze up the enemy heroes one more time. Somehow that queen is still alive. She's just going off on my troops. I think we finally got her out of the way. The RC's fighting the king. He's about to go down. And there we go. RC's alive. We still have dragons, still have the warden. That got kind of sketchy there, I'm going to be honest. Let's send this baby dragon in on the left side. I usually have the baby dragon to do some funneling. Didn't really need it for this one. RC's still going through. We still have a couple of dragons. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed at how few dragons I have left at this point, considering I got such good value from the Blizzard. I believe we got a scatter shot with the Town Hall and the Eagle as well. So we had great value. But we're still pushing through. It's still looking good. It's still going to be a triple. And that's kind of the basics. So let's say in this situation, we have a little bit of time. Let's say the blimp didn't get the Town Hall down. So we would have done something similar. We probably would have needed to use the queen on the right side though. And then the king and the baby dragon on the bottom. Maybe even the RC. But I would have needed to make sure that the funnel was perfect for the dragons to go straight into the core of the base. We wouldn't want them to fly around the outside like they did in this example. Because if you miss the Town Hall with the blimp, you have to get it with your dragons. You could use the RC for funneling, but it's also a good idea to hold on to the RC in case you need to send her in late for the Town Hall. Alright, let's see what we get this time. This is interesting. Okay. So I am still going to go for the Town Hall. The value is not too crazy, but we do have the Queen and the RC there. Plus we have that single Inferno. I actually can't tell. It might be too far from the Town Hall. The only thing I don't like is, one thing you want to be careful of when you send in your Blizzard is you don't want it to land too close to Town Halls. You also do not want to land it onto a bomb tower. But we're going to go ahead and try to slip this one in. We're actually going to go from the left. So let's see if we can be a little sneaky here. Kind of draw a line with my finger, send in the blimp. And it should land right there in that corner where the enemy RC's platform is. Just like that. So rage down, invis down. We got the Tesla farm there, so that actually adds to the value. Hopefully they don't get right into that poison. Looks like they're staying just outside of it. I don't know how. Oop, that was a bad invis. It was late, but they're still there. I don't think they're getting much more value though. But we did get the single. I don't know if I got it off the chains, but they were definitely busy down there. I see the sweepers down there pointing to the right. I'm going to send the queen from the top side. We got balloons out of the CC to worry about. But she can clear a funnel there. We'll freeze the balloons once they get up there. Looks like she has some skellies to deal with as well. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of funneling with the baby dragon before the king goes in over there. So got to be a little bit patient. Freeze that so the queen's not losing a bunch of health. And there we go. We should have the funnel pretty well set. So far, so good. But yeah, it's very important that you don't land your blimp onto a bomb tower, because when the bomb tower dies, the blast will kill your super wizards. Yeah. I'm trying to multitask, think and talk while I'm doing the attack at the same time. I mean, it's not that difficult of an attack, but I still need to think a little bit. Oh no, I had dragons splitting away. That's not ideal. Let's see. Let's go send the RC from the left. I'm going to rage right here by the eagle. We're going to freeze the eagle and the X-bow. There we go. Alright, so we got everything powering through this little area. We're going to freeze the X-bow and the scatter next. Pop the queen's ability. One more freeze onto these defenses here, although I would have liked to have it for that air defense and the warden tower. That's okay. I still have a lot of power going through. Queen's still coming across the right side. She's got a dragon over there with her. My RC is onto the scatter shot. It should go down no problem, and this is going to be a triple. Not the cleanest attack, but that's the thing with this army is it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be close to perfect. It's going to smash through bases, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys today. But there we go. There's another triple with the Blizzard Hydra. Okay, so here's the base I'm going to be planning on. When I first look at a base, the first thing, like I said, I always look for are the sweepers, and they are going to be down here. We got this one facing up, and this one facing to the left. So ideally, we're going to want the dragons to go behind the sweepers. And we also have a really good spot here for the blimp to land on the eagle. And let's click that sweeper. We can see that the blimp should be able to get into the eagle compartment by the time the sweeper actually fires and that air gets to that area. The blimp can already be dropped down and be ready to go. So sweeper's not an issue for the Blizzard, and then after that we just have to make sure that the sweeper's not an issue for the dragons. So let me get rid of that. So once we get that down, so that is the plan, we're going to bring the blimp straight down from 12. We can actually fly a lava hound across like this. Actually, we might want to fly it across like this. There could be a SAM over here. So it might not even be a bad idea to drop just one balloon here and then fly the lava hound like this. Blimp can come down through, land right on the eagle. And then from there, let's actually zoom this out and then we'll start the sketch as well. So let's sketch that out. Blimp comes down. Ooh, that's a thick line. Hold on, let me fix that. Alright, let's try that again. Blimp comes down, that's better. It's going to land here. So the Blizzard, I'm actually going to take 5 invis. We're going to try and keep the Super Wizards alive for a little while. But their main goal is to get the eagle, which they're going to be on top of that, but they're going to get tons of splash onto the eagle to get it taken down. So they're basically going to be responsible for this area. I'm not 100% sure if they can get a single Inferno. They should be able to get this one because of the chains off of this storage. But this one, I'm not so sure. There's nothing that's really going to chain to that one. So that single Inferno is probably going to stay alive. But the important thing is we're getting the eagle and we're getting the town hall. And that's huge value. And we're going to get some extra things as well, like the CC. I don't know if we'll entirely take the CC out, but that's a possibility. Should be able to get a single Inferno. And then from here, we can clear up the funnel and get the dragons in. So what I'll probably do, might actually take a few rocket loons and a baby dragon to finish up the top side of the funnel. Let me switch to, we'll keep this red, that's fine. But if I send some rocket loons in, take out this air defense, then just a baby dragon finishes that funnel. And then from there, we can switch to blue for the heroes. We can actually send the king in, and he'll walk down this way. And then the queen can go in right behind, and then she can help the king clear all this stuff. So that's going to be that side of the funnel. And then you can see now what the dragons are going to be responsible for. So the dragons are going to come in like this, and they're just going to push their way down through the base. They don't have any sweepers to really worry about. This one might be annoying depending on how they... No, they really shouldn't path into that because all this should be down. So the dragons will come in. They're going to move through the base like this, and then kind of like that. And then just kind of finishing up here on the back end. I do have the Royal Champion, and what you usually do with the Royal Champion is just kind of hang on to her and use her where she's needed. So I usually don't really plan for where the RC goes. Looking at this, I wouldn't want to send her anywhere down here because that's where the enemy king is. But if the enemy king gets taken care of, she could potentially go in to take care of this air defense, or just hang on to her, send her late, and get this air defense. I would want that enemy RC probably taken care of as well. Although she does have a better time taking on the enemy RC than she does the enemy king. So I don't know. It really, like I said, it really depends on how the base shapes up to see where the RC is going to go. But that's the plan. I believe I'm going to have to change up my army just a little bit. Hopefully I can get rocket balloons on this army. Let me get rid of these notes here. Or on this account, and it looks like we can. I'm on my mini, so we don't have max pets. That's about the only thing. I might even pop a potion just to be sure we have the push that we need. But we'll see. But yeah, we can get some rocket loons. I don't think there's really anything else that I need, so I'm going to make sure the army's good to go, and then we are going to jump in. Alright, so the army is ready to go. Let's execute the attack. Okay. We're going to drop one balloon like that, just to be sure, and then here we go. Straight from the top. Blimp should make it down, no problem. Lava Hound did its job, found a Sam. Hopefully that was the only Sam. And, oh, we just barely got into that. That was kind of lucky. That was almost, that was almost bad news. Here we go. Super Wizards are in there. They're doing their job. It's probably a pretty good thing that I brought the 5th Invis. Actually, it looks like I might get what I need. No, the 5th Invis is a good call. So there we go. We didn't quite get that other single down, but we did damage it, which is super nice. Alright. And I don't know if I can actually direct target that air defense or not. No. Oh well, we should be able to still get this area cleared out. We'll put that wizard there. So that air defense will still be there. We'll just kind of start the dragons there. And hopefully they don't path badly. Actually, we'll do it like this. It'll be kind of a weird deployment. A little bit unusual, but I guess that air defense down, and then that makes sure the dragons don't go the wrong way. And here we go. Do an early warden ability as they start to push their way in. So we got those early scatter shots coming in. The king is being dumb. I did not want him to do that. But he's going to join in with the dragons. Okay. We still have the other spells to use. We're going to go ahead and freeze that. Oh, I thought it was targeting my group of dragons. It was actually targeting not my group of dragons. Now we can freeze it. We're going to RC from the bottom. It's not looking ideal, to be honest. But we still have the heroes pushing through. We got that air defense out of the way. But we still have a scatter, a single, and the enemy RC on the top side. The king's coming through. He's going to try and help. Scatter's taking some damage now. That single, though, I'm a little worried about that. I'm a lot worried about that. King's onto it. Or on the scatter, I guess. Pop the RC, get rid of the air defense. Oh, she got the single. Nice. That's a triple. Alright, so that got sketchy. And the reason why that got sketchy, I should have started the king lower for the pathing for the dragons. And I didn't really account for that archer tower on the top side. So I wasn't able to direct target the air defense, so I had to start the dragons more to the left than I wanted to, even though I offset the first dragon rider. So, you know, things weren't perfect, but it still worked. And that's just how it goes sometimes. The other thing is just be patient with your spells. I dropped him a little bit hastily there. I probably could have held on to him a little bit longer, especially one of those freezes onto the scatter when the scatter was only targeting one dragon rider. Things like that. Just be patient with your spells. Be patient with your hero abilities, especially. You can see there I even kept the queen's ability all the way through the entire attack. I was saving it just in case I needed it for the single inferno. And of course, the RC's ability came in clutch there. Got the last of the defenses down. But there we have it, and that's going to be a wrap for this video. If you guys have any questions at all about this attack strategy, or if you have other attack strategies you'd like to see me put into a video like this, I would be more than happy to continue doing these kinds of videos. Just let me know down in the comments below if you guys did like this video, if it helped you out. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and consider clicking that subscribe button as well. I do greatly appreciate the support. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.